Hello. In 2013, my best friend moved to Valencia in Spain. And every year since, apart from 2020, of course, my partner Omar and I have been going there to visit him. So when I was there last week and snapping away on Instagram, and someone commented saying, I'm going there in August, do you have any recommendations? I thought about it for the first time actually and realised that I do have some recommendations for Valencia. So I thought I would share them all in one place and make a video. Here they are. There's a lot to do in Valencia, but there's only one thing I do every single year without fail because it never loses its appeal, and that is a trip to the City of Arts and Sciences. This area contains a whole host of spectacular modern structures, including an opera house, an IMAX cinema and planetarium, and an interactive museum of science. Seeing these buildings and walking around the park, taking it all in, is something I really recommend. Every year, the style and beauty of this place hits me afresh. If you really want to make it a day to remember, hire a go-kart while you're here. The experience of tearing around these futuristic structures is so much fun. Next on my list is something that annoyingly I don't have any photos of, but that's the Mercat Colón. It first opened in 1916 and sold fresh produce to the new neighbourhoods that were cropping up in the area. Now it's full of bars and cafes selling different snacks and drinks, so it's a nice place to shelter from the sun when it gets strong. But in the evenings is when it really comes alive because stall holders arrive and set up all around the centre, selling things like locally made ceramics, handmade jewellery, and some clothing too. So it's worth a look. It's also a place where you can sample the local drink or chata, which is very refreshing on a hot day. It's made from tiger nuts. Sounds revolting. They're not real, it's vegan, but try it. It's lovely. Now, I'm not really one for wandering around old churches, but my friend told me he wanted to show me San Nicolas, and I was so glad he did because it was stunning. This Valencian Gothic church dates back to the 13th century, and the ceilings decorated with brightly coloured frescoes, so breathtaking they have to be seen to be believed. Apparently, when the artist who restored the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel saw this place, they said it was the Valencian equivalent. It's €10 to get in, and this gives you free entry to the nearby Silk Museum, though I wouldn't recommend that as most of it was actually a bit boring. Next, it's El Carmen. It's my favourite neighbourhood in Valencia so far, and it's also known as the Old Town. It's full of winding streets filled with interesting buildings, shops selling floaty hippie clothing in a rainbow of different paisley prints, and some unusual art shops selling beautiful and unique prints and postcards. Valencia is fantastic for its street art, and I always find the best of it in El Carmen. Next up, I'm going to tell you my favourite places to shop, eat, and drink. Rusafa and El Carmen are my favourite shopping places. Both are home to many artist studios where the things for sale are often being made by the artist on the premises. Both also have excellent vintage shops like Reborn in El Carmen and Ecle in Rusafa. There's even Reborn Lab, which sells one-off custom pieces being made on the premises. If you prefer brands, it's Calle Colón, high street alongside high-end names, and the department store El Corte Inglés, which does stock some labels you can't buy in the UK. For breakfast, it's Malila in Colón, fantastic coffee and vegan croissant, which are really hard to find. I had the best lunch this year at Holbox near Xàtiva Station. The food is absolutely delicious. They have loads of vegan options, including cakes. I had the tiramisu. Cambu in El Carmen is also fantastic. It's more casual, the food is equally delicious, and I highly recommend a visit. For dinner, I recommend Copenhagen. It's in Rusafa, it offers vegetarian and vegan, and it's the tastiest food I eat when I'm in Valencia. Also very worth checking out are Café Madrigal in Rusafa and Oslo in El Carmen. My best vegan burger this year, which I can't believe I didn't take a picture of, was at Barbacana. It's run by the lovely Hector and Antonio, and it's in Alameda. That's also where I had my best pudding, the apple pie, both highly rated. Finally, my favourite places to have a drink. Those of you who know that I have the palate of a 3-year-old. I don't like wine. I like colourful, bright cocktails, are sweet and look like a toy. So my recommendations of the best places to have a drink are based on places that do great cocktails. The first is the Roof Terrace Bar at NH Collection Hotel on Calle Colón, where we stayed this year. And the best is the bar at Only You, the fairly new upmarket hotel, also in Colón. Both places have a great DJ playing at a volume you can still have a conversation, but Only You has more beautiful surroundings and more comfortable seating, so for me that makes it best overall. I'm including a couple of snaps from the hotel, mainly because, not something I thought I'd ever say, I really want to show you the lift carpet. It changes every day, which I suppose, when you think about it, is kind of a useful reminder when you're on holiday. That's all from me. I hope my recommendations were useful. If you're going to Valencia soon, have a lovely time. Take care. Bye. So it's now full of bars and restaurants offering snacks and sort of daytime snacky type things. Hello. I've just got back from Valencia. Oh,